Hey everyone, so I thought while I was sitting in the car here I probably should just record a video about something that's been on my mind recently, and it has to do with friends and how some things sometimes change with friends when you have cancer or you're in chemotherapy. I just want to say straight out that I'm very grateful for my friends and that they're really amazing and that they've been really supportive and loving and very compassionate, and I'm very lucky to have them. The thing that I'm talking about is not wanting to diminish or dismiss anyone's problems just because I have cancer chemotherapy. There have just been moments when I've been with my friends and things that sometimes some of my friends' problems come up, and there's been this feeling in the room or just between me and that friend or the group where it's kind of like, well, why am I complaining about this? You know, has cancer, she's in chemotherapy, and that is like a life-threatening, you know, thing potentially. And so, you know, I just hate that feeling. And naturally, yes, you know, there definitely are times when we complain about things that really are not a big deal in the big scheme of things when you think about your life and your health and things like that. But at the end of the day, when we're experiencing significant problems, whether they be mental issues or problems in life, with your job, with family, with friends, like, they're real. And, you know, as someone who studied psychology and is very interested in psychology, I obviously take mental health very seriously, and everyone has different kinds of problems, and just because they're not physical doesn't mean that they're any less real or that they shouldn't be taken as seriously. I have a lot of sympathy for my friends if they are really struggling with something in their life. And it's not like my friends make me feel bad in any way for talking about their problems or my own problems. But it's just something that I feel. I feel like I can't always be the friend that I want to be at times, because I feel like if I say something or bring up my problems, that somehow they're not gonna, you know, they're gonna feel bad about bringing up their own problems. And I hate it. I hate it a lot. And recently with one friend in particular, I kind of, you know, wrote a big message to her and just try to be as open as possible and let her know that if she's struggling with things, that it's okay to tell me, and I want to, you know, that it's okay to talk to me about it and not to hopefully feel any guilt associated with it, even though she didn't necessarily say that. But I just wanted to be upfront about it because I thought maybe there was a bit of that kind of happening, because at the end of the day I want things to be as normal as possible, and I'm somebody who is really invested in my friends and wants to know what's happening with them and wants to help them if I can. So I didn't want any barriers created by this cancer thing and this chemo thing, and I wanted as minimal changes to friendships as possible. And, you know, things are going to change. Things change when things change. Things change when you have cancer. Things change when different things in life happen. So, you know, I know that things had to change to some degree, but you want to reduce the change as much as possible. And sometimes just opening, you know, the ways of, or the channels of communication can stop these kind of little changes from happening, which aren't necessarily beneficial, or maybe just make people less likely to talk to each other. And I just want, you know, things to be as normal as possible and to be able to support my friends like they support me, even though I know that I'm, you know, facing something that's quite confronting, maybe for them as well. So that's what I wanted to talk about today, about being the person with cancer and feeling like everyone else can't say what's going on with them because surely their problems can't compare to yours. And that's just not a nice feeling like people are just tiptoeing around you. And as I said, my friends don't tiptoe around me, but you just feel different energies, kind of different vibes start to waft kind of through the room. And yeah, you kind of want to stop. You don't like it. I don't like it. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about this, about not wanting to dismiss or belittle anyone else's problems just because you're facing something that's quite severe in your own life. When you have something like serious health problems or mental problems, that can affect relationships sometimes, and the way that you guys, or the way that you talk with your friend or talk to the people close to you. So I think it's just best to just be open about it and let them know where you're coming from, and let them, you know that it's okay for them to be open. Or maybe you're in a position where you can't really handle other people's problems at the moment because they really do seem so little to you, and, you know, you're kind of putting all your energy in getting through each day and getting through the difficult days. And that's also totally valid. I think it's just important to be open if you can and where you can. And I know that I've definitely had moments where I've gotten upset just thinking about, why do people care about all these stupid things? Like, it doesn't matter if you have your health, if you have your health and you don't have to worry about, you know, death or potentially having your life shortened severely. Like, isn't that isn't the most important thing, but no, like, you know, at the end of the day, it's quality over quantity of life, and some people are really struggling with different problems in their lives, which is horrible. So let me know if there have been any differences or changes within your friendship groups. I think this is only the real one that I've noticed, is just this slight difference and sometimes the way that we talk about our problems, and just maybe I portray it, you know, I'm sure that I probably project it just a fair bit of, like, you know, I think about things way too much. I'm not speaking properly, but I do think about things a lot, and I probably just overanalyze a lot of things, and maybe my friends don't really feel like, you know, there is any problem talking about problems, but I just, you know, sometimes think, well, maybe I shouldn't bring up this cancer thing because I don't want anyone else thinking that they can't talk about their problems because I have this cancer thing. But yeah, let me know if you're also experiencing something similar to this, or any other different changes that have happened in your friendship group that you're not 100% for, but it's just what happens sometimes when you get cancer or chemotherapy. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll hopefully see you all soon. Bye.